Hey, how's it going? It's Jesse here. We got my co-founder Kevin. Kevin, how you doing?
Great. Doing well, yeah.
We are back for our update roundup that we do every month, and we love to share what's going on behind the scenes. I know some of you guys been joining us on our open office hours Wednesday, getting sort of informed on the new things we're working on. So some of you guys already know some of these features. We've made an announcement on them already, but we're gonna go through them like we do every month, sharing with you guys what's going on here at Pebble. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. The first thing here, multiple property owners. Give us an understanding.
So this has been requested for quite a while. We've known that we've always wanted to do it, but just never was able to slot that in. So
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and share my screen if we want to show this. Um, so basically, now we can create multiple owners on our property. So before we just had one owner. Now we can add multiple owners. Maybe you talk to this Jones gentleman, and he has a brother that he also owns that property with. So maybe that's Tom Clancy, and so you can create that second owner, and have that associated with your property record. This will also keep track if you ever import um, multiple different owners and tie those to the same APN. That will come in there. So yeah, just an easy way to know if you've got an owner that has or a property that has multiple owners.
Kevin, does this affect documents as well?
Yes, it does, and this is a big reason why we did this, because if you have a purchase contract and you know you need the signature of both owners, now when you generate that document, it's going to include both of those signature lines. I'm not sure if I have one here, but let's just see.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if you can share with us what that placeholder. I'm kind of putting you on the spot right now, but do you remember the placeholder name for that?
Yes, so it'll just be
Okay.
the contact placeholders. So yeah, you can see in this case, I've added my two
Yeah.
owners, and now that's going to show up here in our placeholders. So the two owners. Then we should see, yeah. So we have the two sellers here with the two, and then we get two signature lines there as
Yeah.
well.
And we didn't see an address with that second one because you didn't have an
I
address
didn't.
on it.
Yep, didn't add that in there.
Okay.
Mm.
And so when you create that contact, it does add to our contact database as well, or your account database as well. So that will fit in there as well throughout Pebble inside of the database for contacts. Awesome. All right, let's roll to the next one then. This was a big one. I think a lot of people have been wanting this one here. Deal priority.
Yeah. So the reason that we or the our community was telling us that they needed a way to categorize deals based on some priority that needs to be set. So for example, you've got a person who calls that says, "Yes, I'm ready to sell, but I need to close in the next 14 days. Like I'm moving out of town. I need to close in 14 days." That's gonna, that to your team should say like, "Okay, this is a very hot lead. We need to get on this. We need to get a contract out. We need to get this thing off the title as quickly as we possibly can." Um, and before there was no real way to flag deals as being like super important
Yeah.
versus maybe not so important. And so we've now introduced this deal priority, which allows you to set that. So every deal at the top here will have a priority, and you can set that to either being hot, warm, or cold. So you set that to hot, it's going to mark that as hot. You'll also get an update on your activity feed. And when you go back to your board, you will now see that has this little hot badge on there. And then you can also filter your deals based on that. So if you want to come in the morning and say, "Hey, what are my hot deals? Like these deals, I need to really focus my energy on." I can quickly just filter my board by that, and you'll see all those. You can also filter by the other ones. Um, And then lastly, we can sort our deals by priority. So if I have a bunch of deals, say in my negotiation stage, and I want to put those hot deals at the top, I can quickly just select sort by priority, and that will put all of your hot deals at the top. So that can be a way to really focus your energies of your whole team on those deals.
And some of you guys may use this in conjunction with like the deal value as well. That's another way some people like to prioritize their deals by the value. However, you want to like give the value to or assign the value to that deal card. So that's also another way, and that that's been around. So you definitely could use that as well.
Exactly. Yep.
Awesome. All right, let's talk about this next one. Your email auto reply from leads that come in through the forms.
Yeah. So for those of you who are using Pebble's lead forms, so these are forms that you can embed on your website, and you can take your leads into your Pebble inbox through those lead forms. So previously, you would have to manually respond to those. Here, for example, I've got this lead is in my inbox, and this was somebody who filled out a lead form on my website. And, if I wanted to automatically respond to this person when they send in, this lead, we can now do that. So, we do that by going into our settings. We'll find that lead form. I'll just grab one of these here. We'll go into it, and we now have the option to, auto reply either via text message or email. So this can depend on, if you're asking for the email, if you're asking for the phone number, that will depend there. But this just allows you to turn this on, and you get the ability. The default here is thank you for your interested. We've received your information and we'll get back to you shortly. But you can also edit this and make it whatever you want. So you can fill this out. Maybe you have a more detailed information of what you want to give to that person. Maybe you've got, um, check out my website if you're doing you want to nurture that lead a little bit more. So you can fill out all that information here, save that, and now whenever somebody fills out that form on your website, they'll receive an email back with that information. You can also do that for text messages as well. You want to make sure that you use the appropriate opt-in language for whatever state you're working in. But yes, then you can also send that person a text message sort of confirmation when they fill out that lead form.
Awesome. All right. Well, that's within the app itself. And do want to talk about one thing here. Pebble as we continue to serve those that are doing active land deals that have teams, we also want to help out those that are getting started, and that's been really challenging for a lot of you guys. And so we recently launched a new plan. It is a completely free plan to really help those that are getting started and to get a deal done. I think this is probably the hardest thing that is turning off a lot of people about land is they can't get their first deal done or they don't have enough time to get it done. They don't know how to get it done. And so we have now opened up Pebble to those that are just getting started completely free. And so, what do you get under this free plan? Well, you'll get the access for a single user. You'll get to send as much mailing as you need to get out there. All right. So, this is really important. We've seen a resurgence of mailing. For those of you listening, like right to the end of this episode here or this video, you heard it from me. There seems to be a lot more success with people getting started with mailing recently. Um, so you get access to the bulk discount rate. So you don't even need minimums to get out mailing. If you want to just get out 150 or 2,000, you can do that. You're also going to be able to create deals inside of Pebble. So you're going to have a deal board. You have up to 10 deals that you can create inside of Pebble to get that deal done. You can look up your property records. You'll be able to centralize all that data. And in fact, you can even open up Pebble now and purchase a phone number. And I think this is probably one of the more affordable ways to get a phone number to get started in the land business. You have your phone, you have mobile access, you have desktop access, you can call forward. You got voicemail greetings, you got control on the duration of calls. So you've got a lot of functionality in that phone line as well. So if you're interested, if you're getting started in land, We want you to be able to get as much success as you can. And Pebble wants to be useful for that. Head over to pebblerei.com. You can sign up and get Pebble for free today. Awesome. Kevin, thanks for coming on here, sharing with us what you guys been working on in the back there. And we will see you guys next month, really for the last month of 2025.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone.
All right. See you guys.